no time, cause I be really out my mind. When the hate don't work, I guarantee to get the line. They all talk, dog, it's a room full of brinds. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hell the king, made the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted on my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating this a party, one o'clock time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and cool.
It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up our spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope they'll recover.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. The Bengals are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little...
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
19 right.
Now Jackson. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He finds Pierce. It's complete. He's got the first down and more. Touchdown, Dolphins. Alec Pierce, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Burrow on play action. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
And that's how you shake off the interception he threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
11. Hey,
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Here we go.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They go play action with Burrow. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Steps away. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So what a let-off there. You figure that was an easy 3 points. Instead, it turns into nothing.
And from that close of range, if you start it left, your goose is cooked. And this thing, well, it never had a chance to straighten itself out.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the 1st. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back at their own 17. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his 1st career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get a 2nd one. The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They go play action with Jackson. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Gun.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that Plague did on the last one.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
And the Bengals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And Burrow going to throw again. Steps away to his left. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Here's Mostert. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Raheem Mostert with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the rout is on here in this first half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Here's Pirine. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Play action. It's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. He'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
To the air again, Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
First down there for T. Higgins. Don't let it be lost in Jamar Chase's phenomenal season. The Higgins had a big year for Cincinnati as well. Topped the 1,000-yard plateau for the first time, and he did it despite...
And this is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Hayden Hurst, 41 yards. And the Bengals are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first two quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat!
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Jackson now. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught. Touchdown.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they'll let that one go as it's